Humbly, it all began with a father's love for his son. It was the spring of 1954 in Osaka, Japan. Second grader Takeshi Kumon returned home from school with a math test crumpled in his pocket. When his mother, Teiko Kumon, discovered the test, she was concerned about the negative repercussions for the future if her son began earning mediocre grades in elementary school. She turned to her husband, Toru Kumon, a high school teacher, and urged him to tutor their son. Toru Kumon once wrote, "Every child has the potential to learn far beyond his or her parents' expectations. It is our job as educators not to stuff knowledge into children as if they were empty boxes, but to encourage each child to want to learn, to enjoy learning, and be capable of studying whatever he or she may need or wish to in the future." Using this philosophy, Toru Kumon tutored his young son. The simple goal was for Takeshi to be comfortable with math problems slightly above his grade level. Soon enough, through repetition, encouragement, and a great deal of fatherly love, they were succeeding. As a second grader, Takeshi was soon able to complete three-digit multiplication and division with relative ease. However, when Takeshi returned home from school with another mediocre math test in early 1955, Toru decided that, despite his son's already strong academic skills, he had not reached his potential in math. So he devised a daily study schedule using worksheets he had prepared. Each night, Takeshi would come home from school and complete one of the worksheets. Toru would grade it, and, based on his son's performance, create a new worksheet for the following day. The worksheets would carry Takeshi step by step from simple math to the complex equations that Toru was teaching his high school students. Takeshi would master one worksheet with speed and accuracy, then move on to another, slightly more difficult one, then another and another, advancing step by step, developing momentum, experiencing success, mastering the material. By the 6th grade, Takeshi had mastered calculus. The nightly regimen of individualized instruction, completion of worksheets to 100% with a focus on calculation skills and a far-reaching academic goal eventually became the Kumon method that is practiced today. Word got out about the worksheets, and neighbors began to ask if their children could join Takeshi's study sessions. As Toru passed the responsibility on to his wife, Teiko became the first Kumon instructor, handing out worksheets and observing the children study. Over the next few years, demand for the curriculum and methods of Toru Kumon were such that in 1958, Toru opened the Kumon Institute of Education in Osaka. In its first year of operation, 300 students enrolled. By 1962, there were 210 centers and 2,500 students. While enrollment soared, the business initially struggled, recording losses for its first 10 years. However, the chairman never lost sight of his dream. Using his own personal funds, he persisted. Soon, centers opened all across Japan. Kumon became the nation's #1 private educational program. Over the next several decades, Kumon centers would open around the world. The first overseas Kumon center was established in New York in 1974. Elsewhere in North America, in 1980, the first Canadian Kumon center opened in Toronto. In 1991, Kumon expanded to Garza Garcia in the northern state of Nuevo León, Mexico. Today, more than 4 million students are enrolled in Kumon's math and reading programs. The students, both young and old, fill centers in 44 countries, circling the globe. Worksheet by worksheet, student by student, and country by country, Kumon, the organization, is unlocking its full potential, just as young Takeshi Kumon, the student, did more than 50 years ago. Today, Kumon's vision is a world full of peace, where all children are free to learn and grow. The method is simple. Ensure early success, advance step by step, and master each task before moving on to the next. Unlock your hidden potential.